Okay, in math, you want to try to evaluate the parentheses first. So let's come up with a truth table for P biconditional Q. So we have two statements. We have P and Q. And while we're at it, we'll make one for R because there's going to be a third statement going on. So when you have 3, the pattern, you don't have to follow this pattern, but it's easiest, is to, here, it's quicker if I type it, I think. We got P, Q, R. So P, we got true, 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 false, 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 false is the pattern. And this pattern helps us because it helps us consider all the possibilities. True, true, because there's lots of different combinations. True, true, oops, false, false. And then we got 1, 2, 3, true, false. You've probably seen this in other videos. That's all the different possibilities. You know, all 3 could be true. All 3 could be false. 1 of the 3 could be true. 2 of the 3 could be true. They're all listed right here in the truth table. Okay, so we need P and if it, in math I say that as if and only if P happens, if and only if Q happens. So P, if and only if Q. This one gets marked true only if they're both the same. If P and Q are both true, and if P and Q are both false. So I'm looking at these rows. P and Q are true, so I mark true. P and Q are true, so I mark true. P is true, Q is false, so I mark false. And so this is different than a conditional statement, a regular one arrow type of thing, because with the one arrow thing, the first statement, if it's false, the whole thing gets marked true. Okay, so we got that. So we have this value. So this is supposed to be implying not R. So this is what I was just talking about. The one arrow type of conditional statement is saying that if this is true, then this happens. But if this is false, the whole thing gets marked as true immediately. Okay. So we need to know, well, you might be able to do it without making another row here. Not R is just the negation of whatever's here. So let's start doing that conditional. I'm just going to write conditional instead of trying to messily draw out that whole logic there. We're looking at this first column. That's the first statement. So we're looking at this first column. If this column is true, then not R has to be true. So not R means the opposite of this. Not R would be false. And that's why maybe it's better for students to write that down. Not R would be false, false. Oh, sorry, these are alternating. True, false, true, false, false, true, false, true. Okay, so that's not R here. Squeezing it in. Not R. Oops. Not. Oh, what's wrong with my keyboard? I can't do it. That's weird. It won't do it. It's supposed to be that negation, so I'll just put minus R. Okay, so now we can do the conditional. Remember, we're starting with this column though. This P biconditional Q. Okay, so this is true, so not R needs to be true. It isn't, so we mark it false. Okay, so this is there. This is true, so not R needs to be true, and it is. We mark this. Okay, so this is false, so it doesn't matter what not R is. We mark this as true. This is false. So if the first statement, if this thing is false in a one direction conditional, you mark the whole thing as true. That's nice and easy, right? We can just go right through and mark these as true. We don't even have to look. Okay, this is true. Not R is false, so this is false. This is true. Not R is true, so we mark this as true. So it's tough, but we got the truth table finally filled out. They told us R is a false statement. So where is R false? R is true, R is false. So in this second row. R is true, R is false. So this fourth row. R is true, R is false. So this sixth row. R is true, R is false. So this eighth row. So look at all those. The conditional, this giant conditional thing is always true when R is false.